So now I'm going to talk about what everybody needs. Everybody needs two things in what it has to do with your relationships, right? Because since we talked the triune brain, it's important for us uh, to satiate people's needs, like to meet people's needs, like most basic needs, in order to not activate any trigger of theirs, right? What I like to say that everybody needs two things, and this is care and attention, right? People need to feel taken care of, or they need to feel affection, and they need to feel that they are being heard, which is attention, that people are paying attention to them. And care is this feeling of feeling important, of feeling that someone cares about them, right? And you give more care to people and affection when you build a more intimate relationship with them. And this also applies to work relationships, because we're not talking about affection in this romantic sense, but like feeling important and feeling that people care about you and that you are building relationship. We are social creatures, so we need to develop relationships, meaningful relationship, and this can also be developed in a work environment. My last In my last job, since now I've been working, I quit to work with my own company. My last job, I had this amazing, really amazing relationship with my boss, and it was kind of almost zero personal, meaning that we almost never talk about our personal lives. Like obviously one comment here and there, but like it was strictly work, um, work relationship, but it was really deep relationship. It was very intimate in this sense. Okay, so just to clear this the air. And attention is about feeling heard. People want to feel that someone is paying attention to them, that someone is listening. There is nothing worse than you saying things and nobody even like listening to what you say. Like you may be in a room full of people, and when you are saying what you think and people are not like paying the, proper attention to it. Okay, so you give it care when you build relationships, and you give attention when you hear people, when you pay attention to them. Okay, it's self-explanatory. Yes. So this leads to our final message, which is everybody needs attention and care. Okay, our one of our last learning points of this course. This will be crucial for every relationship that you build. And to make it even clearer, I built the Fürsorge und Aufmerksamkeit framework, and because I was trying to, okay, how, like, because you can pay attention to people and not give care to them, but can you give care to people and not give attention? And what are the situations in which you have to give more attention, more care, right? And that's why I built this framework, and you have here 4 quadrants. And I was going to say that I was going to name it Fusog Care and Attention Framework, but I thought that it was going to sound silly, so I wanted to sound more professional. So I went to Google and Googled how to say care and attention in German. So it's Fürsorge und Aufmerksamkeit, and so it seems more scientific, but it's a care and attention framework. But I think this way it sounds more professional. Okay, so Fürsorge und Aufmerksamkeit framework. Now let's dive into it. So on the horizontal axis we have attention, and on the vertical axis we have care, right? So here you have you give less attention, and here you give more attention, more care, and less care. Okay, and When do we know when to give each one to people? So you give more attention the riskier the situation, okay? When there is more risk involved, when when there is more animosity in the situation, or the risk of it exploding, or I don't know, becoming a huge issue in your team is higher, okay? So you have to pay more attention to people and give more attention to people when the risk is higher, okay? So for imagine that a very important direct report of yours is I don't know, very offended by a situation, and they are thinking of quitting the job, I don't know, something like that, or they are at the at the, how do you say, at the brink of exploding, and I don't know, doing something which can yield bad results for your team, okay, but for your company. So this is a more riskier situation. And you give care, the more importance the relationship you have, like the stronger the relationship is. And here is not like that, because everyone is equally important, I know that, but in this context I'm talking about the relationships that you have. So the better, like the stronger the relationships, the more care you are able to give. You can give a lot of care to someone you don't know, okay? Because they will not feel that way. Obviously, you can give a lot of care, like because people can feel taken care of, even if you don't know each other. But it's you are giving more care given the situation, like in relation to the situation, relatively to the situation, right? The relationship. But the stronger your relationships, more care you can give. And here you have four quadrants. I'm going to talk about it more in the next lesson, okay? So just beware that there will be relationships that are weaker, and the attention you have to give is less riskier. It's of low risk. So here you have a certain behavior, and when you have a riskier situation with a lower, I don't want to say a relationship of low importance, but like that is not very strong. Okay, so this is a basic quadrant over here. So it's very simple. Let's delve into that.